this is a key issue. I mean, it's probably at the moment the issue that is more in our mind, that what is the point of having such a good therapies where you can only reach a fraction of the people who need them? And that is, it has many factors, I have to say. Price is one, and it's absolutely no doubt that price has a big influence in that. But price needs to be seen in the context of what they do, and the fact that it's actually difficult to fit these therapies into what we are used to every day. You know, the systems, especially in Europe, for reimbursement and for insurance, health insurance, and for qualifying or not qualifying for the National Health Service, they are all, they have been put together over the last 20 years. And it worked very well for chronic disease, for repeated prescriptions, for things who basically fit in the system. Advanced therapies tend to be outside this game. So we have sometimes very, very surprising comments that in my hospital account that I don't have a box for that kind of therapies. So they tend to find difficulty to get into the already established patterns for reimbursement, anything to do with tendering and supply of medicines at the end. And as you know, it's very difficult to compare something that is a pill a day for the rest of your life to one-off that may make you into a normal person again. And that actually has challenges as well for the follow-up of these patients, that they can really melt back into society and deprive us of essential information that we have. But from the regulator's point of view, even though at least in EMA, in the European Medicine Agency, we don't deal with money. This is something that is done at local, national level, and sometimes regional level, and sometimes hospital level. But there is a lot that we can do to facilitate, or at least not to impair, that the process gets it right and they fit into the motorway. Let me put you what at the moment for me is the worst thing, the one that we really need to avoid, is that when we approve a medicine and we put it in the market with an indication and a set of conditions, then the hospital who is going to use it or to pay for it or need to approve them is going to require that in the post-authorization, they create another set of information for them. This application of requirements is the less sensible of all the process that we have, because those are cost money, effort, blood, time of the physician, disturbance to the system. So we really need to be aligned that whatever we need after, we are looking at it together. But the most important message for developers is that this kind of consideration needs to start earlier. You cannot say, okay, I go all the way, and then when I'm about to go to the market, I will think what I do. That just doesn't work for advanced therapies. To have a look at what is the therapeutic area, is there any register, or which register is the one closer to my needs? What is the information that I will really need? I'm talking to HTA's bodies to see, okay, is any preference? We are talking now with a lot of payers and reimbursements and HTA's bodies at national level. It's a very heterogeneous world. So I can see the company will say, depending where you go, you get a slightly different version. Absolutely. That's something that we need to sort together. But also talking with patients who can be a big help to sort out, what is needed in the registries, what is going to be more accepted Europe-wise. So there is a lot of unusual conversations for a traditional drug developer to have. But the good thing is that the awareness is there. And at least 5 years ago, regulators were not talking to HTAs, but they were talking, but not in the way that we are doing it now. And in a way, advanced therapies are going to be the areas where all these new approaches are tested, because they are certainly needed therapies. The potential to do good is enormous, and the expenses and the difficulties to fit into the system are there. So they are the prime guinea pig to take something that then I wouldn't be surprised that cascades down to wider parts of the health system. And of course, just to mention, real world evidence is right in the middle of this. But for the access of patients, I think at the moment we really need to start talking early and sort out from the beginning what are we going to do.